Howdy and welcome back. Thought I'd do a little bit of end of the year wrap up, end of 2020 wrap up. So here's our fleet. Everything's come along pretty good this year. And here comes the help. So Mama's truck, the old black Jimmy, it's running pretty good, doing all right. Did get a new passenger side rear door for it because somebody hit it, tore it all to thunder. So that's new. She hit a deer in the front end over there. On that side right there, hit a deer over there. Not yet. So, ended up, had to put a new front grille on it, a couple of new headlights. The fender's got a little wrinkle in it over about there, but the wrinkle's not too bad. I mean, it's got 7 different colors of black paint on it, so one wrinkle in the fender is not a big deal. The little blue truck, it is going to become our dune buggy. It runs and drives as it is, not too bad. Tires are really terrible on it, and the bed's about to fall off. So it desperately needs a new frame. Service truck's still going good. Haven't had any troubles with it. About the only thing I did to it this year was put a new set of tires on it. And I mean, I got a new set of tires. Them are knee deep in rubber. Now this was the major project of 2022, this and the generator. We call it the green bean or the green meanie. So the old green meanie, she's come out pretty good. The paint's holding up good. I repainted the hood, I repainted the top of it. Repainted that back hatch. We've put the 2-wheel drive rims on it. That gives it a little bit further of a stick out. So you can see the difference in the rim offset, the wheel offset between the green meanie here, and old Black Betty up there. Black Betty's running on stock rims, and these are the 2-wheel drive rims. They've got about 2 inches more offset to them. Yeah, the green meanie's been holding up pretty good. My truck's been holding up pretty good. So my Obama rig hinge repair up there, it's held up really good. There's no squeaking, no play, no nothing. My door skin has come out good. Now these door skins don't match the rest of the truck, different color, but they're the best that I could do. They're the only ones that I could find that wasn't busted all to thunder. Now I did a video on replacing or repairing the door handles on these, and those door handles have held up all year long. They have worked really, really good. I'm not going to pop links in the description, but you know, it is what it is. That door handle repair was a good job. It's really come up good. So there's an interior shot of the old green meanie. Interior's not in too bad a shape. Needs cleaned because we've been driving it. We usually use this rig for a kind of a going to town rig. If we're going to go out of town, this is the rig we take. Front end's good and tight, tires are good, everything's right and tight on this. Headlights pointing the same direction. You know, it's the rig you take when you got to go see the in-laws or something. And we drive to church on Sunday just to keep the brakes from rusting. So our other major project for the year was this generator, and this is my little Onan 5 kW, 7.5 kW 3-phase generator. You get 7.5 on 3-phase, 5 kW on single phase. Been a nice little generator. It's good to have a generator. So we did have a fail to start the other day. It was 5 degrees below zero, which is the end of the world for here. It just didn't start because it was so bleeding cold. I didn't really even expect it to start at 5 below zero. This doesn't have a choke on it or a fuel enrichment circuit, so it's kind of hard to start in cold weather. You know, if it came down to it, yeah, I'd just put do it like Big G does and just put come off of the regulator with a bleeder line and run it straight up to the carburetor and give it a little bit of choke. even this Chinese knockoff DSC controller, or deep sea control, it even has in there, you can put a choke program in it. No big deal. But yeah, I've been very happy with it. It has started, with the exception of last Friday, it started every Friday morning, woke up all the neighbors, and been a fine little machine. You know, I've got it set to exercise every Friday, and it has without fail, except when it was 5 degrees below zero. And you know, that doesn't upset me none. Not for what this thing is. So the poop chickens are doing fine. And as you can see, we've got the chicken house all wrapped up in plastic, and that's what we do to it every year. The door is plastic, or wrapped in plastic now as well. And we do that every year. It keeps them a little bit warmer. And you can see in there we've got the water sitting on a water heater, and we've got the creep feeder in there, and we got the chicken nesting boxes. I did build them this year. It was just more convenient to move the chicken house with just those nesting boxes rather than the big nesting house that I had on the back end of the chicken house. So I think we're up to 14 chickens now, counting the rooster. And you can always hear him in the background, but now he's being shy. And I don't know where he ended up at. Where you at, stupid? Well, he's huge. So there's old Crower, and he is a big boy. Got spurs on him, huge spurs. But strangely, he's pretty tame. He's kind of cowardly, actually. And I fed the old girls. I give them a handful of half-rotten turnips. So there's what's left of the garden for the year. This was our corn patch. Didn't do very good this year. We had a rough summer. Tomatoes did all right. This is what's left of the tomato trellises. You know, clover underneath the tomato plants did really good. I was impressed with that. About all we got left out there is turnips, and they're starting to go off. And boy, let me tell you, the smell of 1,000 rotting turnips is a powerful smell. And there's a different corn patch. This was our sweet corn this year. Didn't do very good on the sweet corn. Beans did okay. That was beans back there on the back porch. So here's the new frame for our dune buggy. I say new, this is off of a 2000 Blazer. Had a big chunk of rust in the middle of the frame. I'll be making a separate video about that. Kind of a here's what to look for thing. Had to buy a new air compressor over there. That's new to the shop. Didn't really enjoy doing that, but it is what it is. The old drill press from 2 or 3 years ago, that's still hanging in there good. Our homemade mill and lathe is running good. The boy just used it the other day. He did a whole bunch of mounting plates. Did 28 of those plates, 14 with untapped holes with through holes and 14 with tapped holes. And he drilled every one of them holes himself over here on the milling machine with the little DRO on it. And boy, did he ever do a good job. I was impressed with him. So that's our year-end wrap up. God has been good to us this year. This has been a good year. We have done well. The family is doing well. We've had our health good this year. You know, no more than the regular old sniffles and sneezes and barfs and poops and things like that. You know how that goes. But God has been good to us, and He is good all of the time. So I can't think of anything else to clue you in on. So with that being said, I hope you have a safe and healthy and prosperous new year. And I hope God continues to bless us, and I hope He blesses you. So with nothing else to say, I'll just say this: y'all drive safe and watch for deer.